All right, teaching the Billie Eilish song, Your Power Today. Really easy song to learn. It has brought back many terrifying snake memories that I have from the music video, but I'm going to try to get through this with the power of music. And it's only 3 chords and a cool little melody thing. So basically, most of it sounds like this. And then we got this cool little melody thing on top. That kind of goes with it. So we're going to do both of it. We're going to do the strumming. It's really easy. Starts out with the greatest chord of all time, F major 7, or just an F major chord, but it's so much easier to play on acoustic guitar like this, and it's going to open up those cool hammer-ons that make it sound so good in the track. All right, so pointer finger 1st fret on the B string, middle finger 2nd fret on the G string, pinky 3rd fret on the D string, ring finger 3rd fret on the A string. Okay, so we're gonna forego the root note. If you've seen an F chord like that, don't worry about that, because we need these fingers able to do this hammer-on that is kind of a signature part of this song, right? So if we have the strumming, you can kind of see how not doing it as a bar chord opens up the rest of the hand to do everything else, all right? So there's the F chord. It's really easy to go to A minor. You keep your pointer finger right where it is. Middle finger goes up a string to 2D, ring finger goes on 2G. And then for the last chord, E minor, just move it up a string and lose your pointer finger. All right, so those are the chords, which makes it pretty easy to do. But again, the vibe of it is this. And there's a lot of play in these chords, okay? So the count of it, essentially, that we're kind of going to be working with is 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and, okay? Which, again, that's the musical counting, 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and. That 2 and the 4 really keep the whole track going, right? So it's really important to get those 2 and 4s accented, but in between are where the cool stuff happens. So again, if we were just to say down and up, it'd be down, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down, up. But it's a little more than just that, right? So that first down, that 1, 2, and, you see the 1 downstroke is the lower part of the chord, and the 2 downstroke is the higher part of the chord. And then the and of 2, the upstroke after the 2 count, I'm really just upstroking the higher part of the chord right there. See, so it's 1, 2, and, like that. 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and. All right? And kind of having that like lazy beat really is the important part of the chill nature of this song. 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and A minor, E. So you see we have a couple bars of the F. 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and 2, 2, and 3, and 4, and A. 1 bar of A minor, 1 bar of E minor, okay? Now you'll notice that in between that E minor and that F, we can actually leave the chord. See how that's how I get to that F major on time? You can leave the E minor early to get to that F on time, right? 1, 2, and 4, and 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and then that first hammer-on is really important. It's your middle finger is going to be off the fretboard and then come right back down to 2G. Just like that, okay? So again, in context, 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and. So you'll notice that I'm getting the 2 and when I'm really strumming down, like we said on that 2 count, it's open, making it like a suspended vibe. And then the and, 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and. Okay? Same thing with the A minor. It's important to get the bass note first, like on those downstrokes, right? Because you can really hear the low part of the A, E. So again, I think that's the important part of the song, and just like really in your guitar playing in general, you want to kind of separate those chords between the higher part of the chord voicing and the lower part of the chord voicing, and it's always just generally going to sound better, right? I mean, better is relative for sure, but I think it sounds more interesting, and in a sparse arrangement like this, it really kind of gives you an idea of the chords, and it makes it seem like maybe more is going on, but it still leaves a lot of space for a vocal to accompany the song, right? Super easy. If you want to, you can also just experiment with maybe using your middle finger and your pointer finger to get that hammer on. Okay, so now if you wanted to play the melody along with this, it starts on this high C, which is the 8th fret, 8th fret to the 7th fret. All of this is on the high E string. And then open E, so 8, 7, open, and then depending on what part of it it's, you can go 3 to open, or 1 to open, and then after that, back to the G on the high E string, 3rd fret on the high E string, and then open B, so... and then maybe that little hammer on and off, open B, 1B, open B, open G, open 2. And again, if that's going... see, some of the melody is in the guitar chords and some of it is in that line. And then for the last part, maybe you can just get that 5th fret on the B string to 3 B and then open B. So really that entire melody can pretty much be played on just the high E and the high and the B string. If you want to add it, you can kind of do the same thing. Do like a combination of something like that, but I think it's always going to sound best maybe if you do it with a duet. So grab a friend, even if they're not that good at guitar, it's really easy to kind of do that high E string run. It's going to sound great over just these chords, F major, A minor, and E minor. So definitely just a super quick and easy lesson, but also really a great opportunity for you to maybe practice some of these kind of like rhythm tricks. And the reason that a progression this simple can go on for so long is because you can play it different ways. You'll notice that when Billie starts singing, the palm muting comes in. That's all just my strumming hand. I'm taking the side of my hand and dampening the strings near the bridge, right? So you don't get that. You can kind of bring the volume down. And that's what's happening usually when Billie's singing if it's not the chorus. So really you can take the same chord progression and the verses can sound like this and the energy's down a little bit, right? And then for the choruses, it'll sound bigger when you open it up. Unless it's like the most important climax of the song, you never want to be playing as loud as you can because you don't have anywhere to take that song. So this is really a great just kind of example of where you can mute those chords and then kind of use those hammer-ons. Great track, as simple as it can be. So if you like more guitar lessons like this, check out my Patreon where I just kind of have like a total beginner to intermediate course on everything that I know, and I teach our entire set list that we do live. Check that out. If you have any questions or comments, hit me in the comment section, Instagram, Twitter, or the website. I'll talk to y'all soon. Thank you.